Hello and welcome to this vlog. Today is an informal vlog about meditation, and it's kind of my ongoing series, as it were, about meditation. It's very difficult to kind of explain to people that have never really had have never been through the process of meditation, or have got preconceived ideas of meditation, how good it can be for you. Like, for instance, I was with a client this past week, young lady, going through life with some difficulties, and she said, "Oh, if only I could meditate." And I said to her, going through the sort of therapy, have you ever tried it? And she said no. She had the usual sort of preconceived ideas about having to sit cross-legged on the floor, focusing on something that she didn't quite know. She'd heard that other people, in her situation, had used meditation and found it really helpful, and it was just really quite interesting to take her through what she thought meditation was, and then I was trying to explain to her, how meditation could help, and in which way it could help. About giving yourself space and time to think, and it can be used in just so many different ways. And I think and I will keep saying this, it's made overly complicated by guru type people who like to think that there's something magnificently complicated and sacred and whatever about meditation. I like to bring that back down to earth a little bit. People can perform meditation and I perform meditation in many different ways. I can be sitting at a doctor's surgery, or an appointment to go somewhere, and sitting somewhere, and I can just do a quick sort of 2-3 minute meditation to help center myself, focus, calm my mind, and I also use meditation as a trigger, or I do something to trigger a meditative state, which helps me to cope, especially when things feel like you can't focus on something, you need to get something done, you need to make a decision about something, and you can't, or you feel you can't, because you've got 1,000,001 things going on. Your head's full of either ideas or problems or questions, or whatever it is, and you feel like you can't focus. And so meditation is really good at a very good way of calming down your mind, having that technique of clearing away the thoughts, as it were, that keep coming into your head, and then focusing on what it is you feel you need to focus on. And this is where it all becomes really useful. It becomes an everyday practice. Yes, if you really want to, you can go into deeper states of meditation for deeper relaxation, deeper focusing, deeper looking for questions to looking for answers, for deeper questions and such like. And so it can be layered, and you can use it just literally to focus on something very, very specific. It's something that I have tried to encourage everyone, really, since since very early on in my own life, I've learned how to meditate.
I don't know quite where it came from, because, well, I read books. I know I read books about meditation. You know, I didn't have things like YouTube and such like, so it was libraries and books and things like that. And I can remember there was this whole movement about transcendental meditation and you know, the benefits of all of that. And I remember sort of reading and studying that, and yeah, you know, and that's how I got into it, and that's how I learn. And I suppose over the years it's now just become second nature to me. You know, I can reach a meditative state really, really quickly, mainly through training. And this is where it becomes very beneficial for people. You know, doing it once or twice is just not going to be enough, really. I mean, it will take you to a state, but doing it often will help train your mind and your physiology and, you know, your breathing, etc., etc., to reach that state easier. And when you want it, you know, when you need it. When you want it and when you need it. And that's really what it's about. So, yeah. One of the things I'm going to be doing, and this is only going to be local to Oxford, okay, Oxfordshire, in the UK, but I'm going to start having and giving meditation sessions. I've been thinking about this for quite a while, and you know, there are quite a few other places around Oxford that do it, but there seems to be an ulterior motive behind them doing these sessions. I'm not going to go into that kind of thing, but it's like on the back burner. You know, you just think you're offering free meditation sessions, but then you want people to buy. You know, you're encouraging people to buy your other, you know, lectures and sessions and such like, and I just don't agree with that at all. You know, but anyway, it's hopefully you found that useful. General discussion, really. Please do share some information or insights or thoughts about your own you know, your own meditations if you do them. Possibly, I mean, I would be really interested to find out how other people, you know, how you got into it for a start, how you learned how to do meditation, and then how often you do them for, and possibly when you do them. You know, because it helps other people to realise that actually a simple thing that we can do ourselves can help cope with a lot of things. You know, I always think of problems as being like layers. You know, we as humans are a bit like layers, and we tend to pile things up on top and top and top and top, and until, you know, it gets so heavy that it becomes a burden, or, you know, it kind of puts so much pressure on that it just explodes, and then all of a sudden you're in a different state that you didn't really want to be in. The worst case scenario being that you have a nervous breakdown of some sort, and believe me, I've been there, I know what that's like. So yeah, do please comment on our Facebook page, and I shall look forward to seeing you again in another video.